This video is designed to show you how to add your business to Google Places. Now, if you're not familiar with Google Places is a free service provided by Google to help connect local businesses with their local communities, or more to the point, to help them connect with local customers. Placement in Google Places takes no more than 10 minutes, and doing so will list your business in search results and Google Maps when local users search for keywords related to your business within your area. Let me clear that up a bit. What it basically means is that when users are on the internet searching on Google for products or services in your area, it will give your business a better opportunity to be seen and be found, and give you a greater opportunity to be connected to those customers. This video is going to step you through that, and we'll get started in a moment. Before we get started with adding your business to Google Places, I thought I'd take a moment to just clarify what local search is all about. Local search is online consumers looking to find qualified local businesses that they might want to purchase goods or services from. And the way they do that is simply by entering a search term plus a geographic modifier in a search engine such as Google.com. An example of that might be tire repair in San Diego, or plumbing services in the village of Matteson, Illinois. Let's do an example. I'm going to bring up Google, and I've already got Google. I've got it minimized. And let's say that we were looking for plumbing services, and I've already got that in my notepad, so I'm just going to paste that into Google search box. And as you can see, what Google tries to do is Google tries to match up or provide a list of local services within the geographic area. That geographic area, Matteson, Illinois, and the service, plumbing, is what Google tries to match up and tries to show the searcher. And if your business has not been added to Google Places, or it hasn't been optimized, then your business doesn't really stand a chance of being seen by a searcher online. And that's taking money out of your pocket. And no one likes to lose money. Well, hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of what local search is all about and why you want to add your business to Google Places. Let's go ahead. I'm going to minimize this, and we're going to get started with the first step in adding your business to Google Places. All right, now we're ready for step one. Sign up for a Google Places account. In order to do that, we need to bring up our browser. Let's go ahead and bring up our browser. And we need to go to the following web address, which is basically just www.google.com/places. I've already got that saved in my notepad, so I'm just going to paste that in there, and I'm going to click enter. And it brings us to the Google Places, the initial sign up screen. The next thing we need to do is we need to take the steps that are necessary to get your local business found on Google. And we do that by claiming the business listing. And we do that by just clicking on Get Started. So we'll go ahead and click Get Started. And that's going to bring us to the sign up screen. Now, as I said before, Google accounts are free and only take a few moments to get started. If you already have a Google account, you can just sign in with your email address and the password that you selected. For this example, we're going to assume that you don't. And if you do not have one, you'll need to create one before you can continue. All you need to do is click on the Create an Account Now link. And we'll do that. And you need to put in your current information. In this case, they're asking for your current email address. We'll go ahead and put that in. If you don't have an email address, you can go back to the beginning and you can create a Google Gmail account. But in this case, we're going to assume that we already have one for our business, and we'll go ahead and type that in. And then we'll come down and we'll choose a password. Do that. And then we'll re-enter that password just to make sure we've entered that password correctly. We've done that. And now we'll come down and in this case we'll make the assumption that you're in the United States. And now Google asks us for our birth date. We'll put that in. Now I know it sounds kind of odd that they would ask you for that, but this is in fact part of Google's their terms of service, and if you don't include this, then you're not going to be able to go forward. Then they're going to ask us just to type in it's a security measure, just to make sure that there's an actual person typing this in and that it's not a machine. So we'll go and we'll try to type this in as best we can to make sure we get it right. Type that in. I hope that's right. And we'll come down and we'll take a quick scan of the Google Terms of Services. We'll scan down this, and if you I would encourage you to browse through this, and if you want to, you can print it. And once you've done that and you're comfortable with moving forward, all you basically need to do now is just to accept the Terms of Service, and you accept the Terms of Service by clicking this button that says I accept, create my account. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, we've accepted the Terms of Service. Our account has been created. Now Google wants us to verify that we are who we are. So they're asking us to verify our email address. A quick way of doing that is to click the button down below here that says click here to continue. We'll go ahead and do that. And as you can see, it says please help us verify this email is yours. And it's basically saying that before we can proceed with signing into the service, that we need to verify. And what they're going to do is they're going to attempt to send us an email message to this email address. So we'll go ahead and click on verify by receiving an email link via email. Google has sent verification. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to log into, whether you use webmail or whether you use Outlook or some other email product, you'll need to go in, you'll need to open that email, and there will be a link in there, and you will need to click on that link and follow the instructions. Once you've done that, it will take you into your new Google account, and we'll be ready at that point to verify our listing. And that will be step 2. Alrighty, let's begin step 2. By now you should have gotten an email, and it should look a lot like this. It basically says welcome to Google Accounts. To activate your account and verify your email address, please click the following link. So you should get a link that looks similar to this. We'll go ahead and click it. And you should get a message that basically says email address verified. And it will give you an option to add to your mobile phone. We'll go ahead and skip that. Then it will ask you to click continue. We'll go ahead and click continue. And it will bring us back into Google Places. And we've got a Google account now. And so we'll just go ahead and log in. And we'll log in. We'll put in the password. And we will click sign in. And now we're ready to begin to verify our business. All right, we move on to step 2, where we search for an existing listing. Upon signing up for Google Places, you will be given the option to search for an existing listing for your business in the area. Fill in the forms to list your country, and business phone number. Next, click the Find Business Information button, and a couple of things will happen. We'll go ahead and put in, we've already got United States in it. We'll go ahead and put in the phone number. Now, upon clicking the Find Business Information button, a couple of things will happen. If the business exists, it will ask us to confirm. If it does not exist, it will ask us to fill in a series of boxes that will contain information. And that we'll do on step 3. But for now, let's go ahead and click Find Business Information. And it's thinking. And it didn't find the business listing. So since it didn't find the business listing, it's going to ask us to fill in basic information. And this is what we're going to do on step 3 in a few moments. Okay, so now we're on to step 3, fill in your basic information. If you recall, in step 2, we checked for our business and it wasn't there, and you can see the wording at the top. It says no address information found for a business using the phone number that we selected, and it prompts us to add our information below. And the information that we're going to be adding is just basic information such as our country. In this case, it's the United States. Company name, address info, state, zip code, phone number, email address, website, description and a category. And category is basically a phrase letting people know the type of business that you are in. So let's go ahead and begin to fill some of this out. And we'll go ahead and do that. The company, we'll put that info in. Company name is what they're asking. Then we'll put in the street address. And the city town, we'll put that in. And we'll select state. In this case, it's the state of Illinois, the great state of Illinois. We'll select that. And a zip code. We've already got our main number in there, so we don't have to worry about that. And now we need to put our email address. We'll go ahead and put that in. And we'll just select that. And we'll list the website. And you want to remember to put the HTTP, the protocol, in as well. www. So we'll fill that in. And now keep in mind, you don't need to have a website to use Google Places. That's the beauty of it. If you don't have a website, no big deal. Google Places kind of creates a profile for you that kind of acts like a website. But if you do have a website, that's even more fantastic. And if you're interested in having a website created for you, I would urge you to contact John at ChicagoSouthSEO.com. That's John at ChicagoSouthSEO.com. And here you'll put in a description of the business that you, a description of your business. And I actually have a notepad where I had already put in certain information. I'm just going to go ahead and grab that and copy that. You'll probably see that on screen. Don't be alarmed. I had that in notepad. We'll copy the description on there. And that's just a little tip that I'll pass on to you. It's always easier to have all the information handy, so what I'll normally do is I'll have that information handy in a copy of a notepad or some sort of notepad type of application where I've got it typed in ahead of time, and then I'll just copy and paste it. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. So I've got the description, and now it's asking to select a couple of categories. And I'm going to go ahead and select a couple of categories. This company is a search engine marketing company, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I'm going to put in search engine marketing. So that's one keyword phrase, and I'm going to separate that from the next one with a comma. The next one will be internet marketing, and I'm going to put one more that says Google internet marketing. And those are just the keyword phrases or category phrases that I'm using. Depending on your business, you'll use something else. If you are a plumber, you might use some phrases. Not just and don't just look for one word categories. Try to use a 2 to 3 word category. If I'm correct, as much as 55% of the search that takes place on Google is actually 2 and 3 words. So then we'll come down and we'll look at the service area and location settings. One of the questions is asked is, does your business provide services such as delivery or home repair to locations in a certain area? If it's yes, says you would click yes. If no, you click no. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click no. Then it asks for hours of operations. At this point, I've left it as prefer not to specify that, but if you have a brick and mortar business where you do receive people, you're going to want to select that, and you're going to want to select your times of your hours of operation. And then the next thing is payment options. I'm going to select PayPal because that's how I prefer to be paid, is using PayPal. And if you want to add a photo, you would just click in this box and just browse to the photo that you wanted to include, and you would include that. Another thing you can do is you can also add video. And we're going to talk a little bit about enhancing the listing by adding photos and videos and additional information in another step. But for now, I just wanted to get the basic information in. We've got that. I'm going to scroll down and we've got that, and I'm going to select submit, and we'll go ahead and click submit. We'll go ahead and there you go, and it's going to bring us to the next step where it's going to ask us to validate our listing. We're going to talk a little bit about that in the next step, but that's all for now. In step 3, we touched briefly on the service areas and location settings. However, in step 4, I want to expand on this area and talk a little bit more. Now, one of the questions that you'll be presented with at the time you're setting up your account is, does your business provide services such as delivery or home repair to locations in a certain area? Now, you're going to want to select no if you are a brick and mortar type business where customers always come to you. However, if your business offers some form of on-site delivery or service, then you're going to want to select the yes option. And I'll go ahead and select the yes option. And you'll notice that when I select the yes option, it expands. So you're going to want to select the yes option to add in details about the local areas where your business operates. This section also gives you the option of choosing to show your business address right here. This comes in handy if you work out of your residence and you do not want your home address published on the internet. The service area also gives you the option to set a mileage or distance radius, as you can see right here. Or you can choose to list the actual areas that your business serves by using the zip code or by city state. So you can also list by areas served, and you can do that, as I said, by zip code or by city state. So in our example, we're going to set the service area to yes, and we're going to assume that this particular business does work out of its residence and it does not want the address shown. So we'll just highlight that. We're going to also expand the radius area, the service area. We're going to expand that from 10 to 20 miles. You can also set this for kilometers if you choose to do so. Then we're going to update that, and you'll notice that once we update that, the radius area expands in the graphic, the map graphic to the right. Since we've set it to distance from one location, we're going to not even deal with or bother to list a service area. And so, as I said, I wanted to expand on this area. As you can see, there are a lot of options. It gives you a lot of options or a lot of control to set your your business area. And we'll touch on hours of operation in step 5. Step 5, set the hours of operation. It's important to let customers know when you are available. As a result, Google Places allows you to set your hours of operations. This setting is pretty straightforward. Just add the hours of operations for your business. As you can see, Google allows you to set the hours of operation. Now you can do it daily, and you can set it from when you first open time to the end of the day. If you are closed on a particular day, let's say you're closed on a Saturday or Sunday, you would just check mark the close button. Now if you're an online business, then you could technically set your time to always available. Otherwise, you could set, I prefer not to specify my operating hours here at top. You also have the option to set your hours in a single day or set a split day. So you have the ability to set a split day. So that's basically all there is to setting up your hours of operation. In the next step, step 6, we're going to talk a little bit about payment options. Step 6, we're given the option of selecting the various payment options that we can process in our business. So if you are able to process cash or checks or various forms of credit cards, you'd want to select all of those. Now here's a tip. In the event that you do not have a wide variety of payment processing options, you could or you should consider signing up for an online account such as PayPal to handle these different types of payments. This is PayPal right here. And I've used PayPal for a number of my businesses. But you do have that option. And that's basically all there is to setting the options for payment options. So the next step will be step 7, where we talk about adding a photo or adding graphics to the listings. Step 7, we're going to talk about adding a photo to your listing. One of the great things about Google Places is that it does allow you to optimize your listing by adding pictures for your business. You can add a maximum of 10 photos to your account. I recommend photos that may include storefront images, products you offer, maybe the employees of your business. What you want to do is try to fill in as many pictures as you can that represent and personalizes your business. You can also add photos from the web, but please pay close attention to copyright laws. Not everything on the internet is free, and if you're using someone else's images without their permission, you could get in trouble. Now if you're adding pictures from your computer, you would basically just click in this box right here, browse around and find the image that you wanted to upload from your computer and click the add photo button. If you wanted to get an image from the internet, you would just click on this and you would just go to that particular website address. As I said earlier, you are allowed a maximum of 10 photos. And that's basically all there is to setting the photo section and adding photos in Google Places. Step 8, adding a video to your Google Places account. Google allows you to add up to 5 videos to your Google Places account. A video can help make your business listing stand out, but it is optional, so you need not add one if you don't have a video for your business. However, if you choose to add a video, you can easily create one using inexpensive HD video cameras and free video editing tools. Otherwise, you also have the option to hire a freelance video producer within your area. Here's a tip. Adding a video can be a bit tricky. Google suggests you upload your video to YouTube first, then use the sharing or embed code generated by YouTube to add your video to your account. If you are familiar with adding videos to YouTube or uploading videos to YouTube, then you would just upload your video to YouTube. Then you would just below your video click on the share button and select the type of embedding code or the URL code that you want, and you would just copy that code and you just paste it within this box right here and click add video. And that's basically all there is to adding video to your Google Places account. Again, Google allows you to add up to 5 videos, and it will let you know when you've added your 5 videos right here. As you can see right now, we haven't added any. And that's basically all there is to adding videos to your Google Places account. As I said before, it can be a bit tricky, but once you get the hang of it, you'll see that it is still fairly easy. Step 9, adding additional details about your business. You can add any additional information that applies to your business, such as if you offer handicap parking, brands, products you offer, monthly events, and things of that nature. Here's a tip for you. You can refer to page 7 of the Google Places user guide for examples of additional details that you can add to this area. You can get a copy of the Google Places user guide by clicking on the link on my website, www.johnsseoguide.com, and you want to go to the post that explains how to add or how to list your business in Google Places, and go to step 9, and there's a link that says Google Places user guide, and that will direct you to a copy of the user guide in PDF format. Okay, we're almost ready for step 10, but before we go on to step 10, let's take a quick review. We have placed all of our basic information into our account. We have made changes to our service areas and location settings. We've edited our hours of operations. We've selected the appropriate payment options for our business. We've added photos. We have taken the time to go through the process that we need to perform to add videos to our Google Places account. We've talked about additional details. And the only thing that's left to do at this time, if everything looks good, and we're assuming everything looks good, is to click the submit button. We'll go ahead and click the submit button. And even though you don't see it here, Google prompts you to verify your address. And if everything looks good, you click finish. And that's all to it. Okay, so we've clicked the finish button, and Google brings us to a mail verification message, and we're going to receive a PIN from Google. We'll basically receive a postcard. That postcard will come to our house or our business address. Delivery of the PIN code is around 1 to 2 weeks. Once the PIN has arrived, you'll want to log into your Google Places account and add the PIN. And hey, you're done. That's it. Congratulations. You are one step closer to being found in your local area using local search engine optimization techniques and Google Places. Congratulations, and goodbye. Should you have any questions, certainly feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me, or you can get in touch with me by visiting www.chicagosouthseo.com. That's www.chicagosouthseo.com. Or you can also visit my do-it-yourself SEO website. That's SEOguide.com. So that's www.johnz as in zebra, SEOguide.com. I hope this has helped you out, and I wish you continued success in your business.